Hey YouTube, it's Carla or Changing 56, and today is January 11th, 2019. I'm coming to you today not necessarily weight loss related, but it kind of is. My cousin Sherry passed away yesterday. She was 61 years old. We've been friends pretty much all of our lives. But the last few years we've spent a lot of time together. After our moms passed away, we went to the beach together and we just spent time together. This Thanksgiving I kept her dogs while she and her husband went to the beach. And there's a story here. And it is weight loss surgery related because Sherry had gastric bypass in 2009. I'm not sure that she didn't have these problems before she had the surgery, but right after she came out of surgery, she developed pancreatitis. And she was in the hospital for 6 weeks. Since then, she's had chronic pancreatitis. Last year, she was in the hospital and was malnourished because she couldn't eat at all because of the pancreatitis, and she had to be on TNP for 6 weeks after she got out of the hospital. Now, she was doing better, but she had a couple of flare-ups of pancreatitis since then, but I thought she was doing okay. After she came back from the beach, she complained, and she thought she had pancreatitis again, and I kept sending her messages, and I didn't get any answers, so I messaged Curtis, her husband, and I said, "Is Sherry okay?" And he said, "No, but I can't get her to go to the hospital." I said, "You just call 911 whether she wants to go or not." So when he got back home that day, because he couldn't get in touch with her either, he did. And she went to the hospital for a couple of days, and the hospital said her numbers were not pancreatitis-like, that she did not have pancreatitis. She had a severe UTI. Well, they sent her home after 2 days, which I think was a mistake. Gave her tons of antibiotics, which totally messed up her stomach. She got diarrhea, and from that she developed E. coli, which turned into sepsis, and it was a downhill struggle since then. But Curtis kept trying to get her to go to the hospital, and this was like Thursday or Friday before Christmas, and we had a family get together on Sunday, and she said, "No, I want to go to the family Christmas." Well, he finally called 911, but it was really too late because she had the sepsis. Her kidneys were affected, her liver was affected, her lungs were affected, you name it, and it was just a downward spiral with the sepsis. I went to see her, I guess, the Thursday after Christmas. She was still in ICU. I mean, she was in ICU for like 16 days before she passed away yesterday. She was not on a vent initially. They finally did put her on one. But she was able to come off of it, and she regained consciousness somewhat. She could track with her eyes, and she could, she saw things, but she had 2 massive strokes that we know of, and she could not move her body. So finally, yesterday, they decided to send her to palliative care, take her off the vent. They said, it could last a while. It could last up to 2 weeks, or she may die immediately, which she did. I'm just kind of numb. I can't believe it. She was 61 years old, and I loved her. Won't ever be able to go to the beach without thinking about Sherry. We spent lots of good times at the beach, and that's all I have to say. But I say that to say this, and I've had to talk to myself too. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Go to the doctor, go to the ER. I don't care if what you think it may or may not be. I mean, I've had some symptoms that I have not had since gastric bypass, which are my ankle swelling and a few Well, I've had chest pains, and I had a stent after I had gastric bypass. I've had a few chest pains. So I did go to the doctor, and I've gotten labs done. I've had a EKG and an echo, and I see my cardiologist next week. And I have an idea he'll do a heart cath. May not be anything there, but I haven't had one in 4.5 years, so I think he'll go ahead and do one. He did a stress test last February before I had my back surgery to see if I was okay, and I've been okay. But I think I've just been under a tremendous amount of stress with the caregiving situations I've been in. So, saying this to tell all of you I love you in the weight loss surgery community. You've been my friends in support through this, and I know through this with Sherry you will also be there. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your support. Go out, take care of yourself, and have a good day.